As they say around here, keep Austin weird. They're going to keep it electric today inside Darrell K. Royal Texas Memorial Stadium, home to the Longhorns. Today, two teams collide in an old-fashioned SEC showdown. As we'll see, the Alabama Crimson Tide taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Texas. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Line gets set, first down. Gonna run it. It's Gibson. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference championship. I'm not putting the cart before the horse, Palmer, but great start.
No doubt. To win the SEC is a long road. You know about that. I know about that personally. And they just got to take one game at a time. They've done an outstanding job of doing that this year.
The Longhorns pick up the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
To the air on first down. Got his man on the right. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
Well, the drag route's put in this playbook to fight against man-to-man coverage. So there you see the receiver using his speed, working his way across the field. He gets separation on the DB, trying to trail him, makes the catch, turns it upfield for the first.
To the ground with the back. He goes down at the 47 after a 5-yard pickup.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Running to the left. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to throw. It's Owens. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They couldn't connect on 2nd down. Now staring at a 3rd and 9. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll fire to his right. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
They'll run it. It's Gibson. Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8. The Longhorns will hustle to the line. Defense a little too jumpy there, and they got into the neutral zone too soon. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That last one was just a crushing penalty for this defense. Here comes 2nd and 1. He's got it again. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
And it's not a surprise who they gave the football to. When you get down in this area, they're going to call his name. The physical back, they're going to give him the football. They're going to use their identity of physicality and run game down here in the red zone.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chains. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it 1st and goal.
And this offense has really gotten to a nice rhythm here on their opening drive of the game. Running the ball, getting it down now into a goal-to-go situation. They really have established a bit of a physicality here early. Let's see if they can keep that up.
And the Longhorns trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Power ahead. They'll try to sneak the wide receiver past him on 1st and goal. He just never got started going forward. A huge loss of 8 on the play.
Defensively, man, I play so much more man coverage when it gets down near the red zone, down inside the 20-yard line, this area of the field. I got less space to cover. I don't have to worry about them running way down the field really deep, but I do have to worry about them finding ways to get wide receivers, tight ends, speed the ball on the perimeter. Defense was ready for it. Pretty good job by the defense.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's got it. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
I don't know who on defense is going to cover this guy. Honestly, he could be a problem for this defense over the middle of the field in the passing game.
Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. Working the middle, it's complete. And that was a high percentage completion and a low efficiency pass. They lose yardage. And the field goal unit is on the field. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Not a chance. Missed it. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Leaves it with the running back. On the move is the 30. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. To the ground, he's got it again. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the 1st quarter.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. And after 1, here's the
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Grabbed in the backfield. It's screen. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. On the run, it's Young. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast and low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with... messes with the communication, and it can really rattle on offense.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is on its way. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week, only called on once.
That's a great job downing the football, setting your defense up with great field position. A lot of times you let that thing bounce one too many times and it climbs in the end zone, but that was a good job of making sure you downed it and set your D up.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together or just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Owens. It's complete on the right side. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. You've got a 3rd and manageable, backed up in your own end, but convert here and you get some momentum. They'll try to get the first through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Does this head coach not believe in punting? Does he think punting's against the rules? They're throwing for it on 4th down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fast motion from the offense. They're going to throw it again. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing 2nd and long from the 19. Quarterback checking off. Back to throw, it's Owens. He's taking the shot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. And it's picked off. Oh, you could just feel it. He wanted to make that a big return, but his offense will come out and take over at the 44.
Well, that's the danger about being in a 3rd and long situation. You've got to push the football downfield, and the defense is expecting it. So they've got guys in the back end with their eyes on the QB. They're able to make the interception. This offense is going to have to do a better job generating better plays early in drives moving forward.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. Working their way closer and closer, a third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And then coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that that we just saw, which can help them get that going.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Defense in press coverage. Scanning the field, it's Mack. They're bringing heat. Firing to the right, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Pressure coming. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver. 2nd down coming up. The give to the back. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
3rd down, and this crowd is tearing the lid off this place. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes to the end zone. Fires the pass, intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the other.
He's going to run it. Shakes off the defender. Crosses the 30. He's got away. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Man, how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back. Everything tells you pass. And then he scrambles and gets the 1st down. Just so hard to defend.
He's going to pass. Trying to get behind the defense. Hits him in stride inside the 10. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. A 1st down for the offense. Linebackers trying to create some confusion. To the air, it's Owens. Getting some heat. They get to him as he throws. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
1st down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
You're not going to win a lot of games if you can't protect your quarterback. In their last game, they got sacked 4 times, lost the game. And so far in this one, they're having difficulty again. These guys up front have got to do a better job communicating and giving their QB time.
Negative play on 1st down. That's what a defense always wants. On second down, he'll fire. Makes the grab. It's Hamilton. And they swarm him under. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They'll go with the running game on fourth down here. How about the patience from this sophomore to hunt that green grass? They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Dropping back, it's Mack. Looking to scramble. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down. On second down, they'll try the field goal to get the points before halftime. And this one shouldn't be too taxing, a 23-yard try. And that is no good. And the score will stay right where it is after that miss.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires to the big fella. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it away to start the second half. Guess that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you can tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
That's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been, and the big reason is because of the efficient play they've had consistently year in, year out at the quarterback position as well. They recruited extremely well. They coach these guys up, and this is a guy who loves football, loves the X's and O's, and you're seeing it translate onto the field right now.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Mack. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
And he get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10. Going to work on second down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll leave it with him. Snowed under after a pickup of 2. They'll mark it at the 8. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. They'll try to get it through the air. And they can't make the play on third down.
Well, on third and short and field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that took a little longer than expected, but we finally have scoring. It's 3-0. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch. The game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Wide out in motion. Looking to pass. It's Owens. Finds his tight end. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball's going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They'll run play action. Finds his big tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down. The Longhorns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
And nice answer by this defense. You give up a big play, you go take a big play. Sometimes you get down on yourselves and one play turns to two. Nice job by this defense getting a sack, creating some momentum.
Now the play fake. He'll throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half. Man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's open on the right, and he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
When you play zone coverage and you got a wide receiver that's a beast, it becomes very difficult. Got to make sure I play physical and maybe even shade the side of the wide receiver having a lot of success.
On fourth down, trying to find his man. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. The Longhorns line it up with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And that defensive penetration gave him no chance, and he is ridden out of bounds. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Back to pass, it's Owens. He caught it. And he was dying to push his way in there, but he's knocked down at the 3.
This is a very tough slot receiver to cover if you're a linebacker because of how quick and how shifty he is. You never seem to know which way he's going, and he always seems to create an open space for his QB.
They'll try to pass it in on third and goal. Touchdown, Longhorns! They take the lead with the 6.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. To throw, it's Mack. He's got his man. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down. corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one.
That's the end of the third quarter. With the score, Texas 7, Alabama 3.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quick completion on the out. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down.
Big play in the passing game there, and I like the receiver gearing down in the zone. Did a nice job finding the soft spot on defense between the defenders, giving the quarterback an easy target to throw to complete that throw.
Quick release by the QB. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
To the air, it's Mack. Oh, and it's picked off. Threw it right into the teeth of double coverage. He'll try to take it back. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
How oftentimes can you say that there is a safety who is the most dangerous guy on the field with the ball in his hands? Did you see that guy and his ability in the open field once he picked it off? There was nobody on offense even coming close to getting that guy down. What an athlete.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is up and good, and they have an 11-point fourth-quarter lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, 2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of those top 15 teams who did battle today. Arizona came through with a lunch pail hard hat performance, and the end result is an eye-opening road victory. And I guess it's not so much that they won, it's more how they won. And the fact, this wasn't ever really in question. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He wants to start this drive with a pass. The short hands, it's Young. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Mack. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Alabama quickly back to the line. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Makes the grab. It's Williams. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Got some of the work done on first down. Let's see what they have on 2nd down. Looking to throw it again. Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd downs.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. They couldn't do it on that last play.
And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
It doesn't.